Alright, welcome to a spooky episode of Share the Door.
We don't look spooky.
I did, I look super tough.
You look adorable.
No, I look tough. Alright, you already know what this show is all about. This is where me and you have nice verbal sparring sessions over whose opinion is right. Some type of verbal tug of war, you might say. Huh? No? Yeah? Okay, whatever. And then, of course, title inspired by Titanic. If you don't know why, go listen to and watch episode Uno. And I'm not talking about the card game. You know who it is on the ones and twos. Your sire.
Sire?
Yes. Black Jack.
No.
Gambling. Get it? You said
that wasn't.
No.
Oh,
Thank
that
you
wasn't
for lobbing me.
that. Oh,
Thank you for lobbing me.
I didn't do that at all.
Thank you for lobbing me up. I don't need to lob up
man.
your name, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, it's Brianna.
All right, and as you see, you know, even though this episode is going to drop after Halloween, visually wise, you see we got on the nice, warm, snuggly onesies. Mine is actually called what do they call it? A union set?
It's not a union suit. It's a onesie.
Yeah, I got the union suit on. She got the onesie. And you might have noticed on the last episode I had Thor Ragnarok sitting right here just because I put it there, just because I bought it, or you bought it for me recently.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Because I love you.
So I'm going to start just randomly just putting movies here. Just, for a certain reason, since, we're shooting this around the Halloween time. One of my favorite horror franchises is Saw, so I put the first one right here. If you ain't seen it, go check it out. I got the nice crispy DVD. I do have it on Blu-ray as well, but it's in my, it came with the final chapter movie, so yeah. And alright, as we do every episode, talk about the last movie we seen, which wasn't a scary movie of any sorts.
It wasn't. We didn't see any scary movies this week.
Nope, but we saw mid-90s. Or 90s? Mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Alright, so overall, what did you think about the movie?
It was better than I expected. I had very low expectations going in to see the movie. I wasn't expecting much out of it, but it was an entertaining movie. It had some funny moments. Had some moments that I didn't agree with, but...
Why did you have low expectations for the movie?
I don't know. I just, based off the trailer, did something that I would be into.
Why? Because it was about little kids and skateboarding?
Yeah, it just seemed like something boring that I wouldn't care about.
Okay. Yeah, I really was interested in seeing this movie because this was Jonah Hill's directorial debut.
True. I do like Jonah Hill.
He wrote this movie, so I was interested in seeing what he came up with for his first outing as a filmmaker. And I was impressed with this movie. I liked the work he did with it. He showed that he has a promising career, to me, when it comes to storytelling. I mean, there was some issues with the script, but we'll get into that. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. It was good. It really brought me back to the 90s, where I was raised.
You were like, that's the mid-90s. You were like 2 or 3 at the time.
Don't be trying to let people know my age.
You were like 2
I'm
or
30
3.
something.
You're not.
I'm 30 something.
Lies.
I am. But alright, so let's look at these notes that I have. First up, the movie starts with some good old-fashioned sibling abuse. Of course, as always, this is a spoiler-filled review if the title doesn't give it away. Or if the description and whatnot doesn't give it away. So yeah, the movie starts with some good old-fashioned sibling abuse. What did you think about Stevie and his brother's relationship?
Like, I understand, siblings go back and forth, siblings butt head, but his brother was legit abusing him. Leaving scars, leaving welts, leaving bruises all over his little brother. And his mom ain't do nothing.
Yeah, that was very weird how they never showed the mom saying anything to them about that specific issue, because it happened multiple times in the movie.
Right.
The little kid Stevie was walking around with a black eye, bruises on him, and the mom never was shown saying anything about it, so I thought that was weird. And they also never specifically stated why his brother was so abusive. They kind of hinted at it, like, I guess he felt that maybe things changed in the family when the little brother was born and mom started acting different and possibly maybe treating him different. Or maybe he had some mental issues of some sort.
I think maybe they both got some mental issues. And I thought that he was just talking about their mom being different before because he was a douche and he was mad that he got punked the day before.
Yeah, that, and then the whole what they had at the beginning of the movie where they went out for his birthday. And they didn't they weren't specifically say anything, but I was just trying to read the scene.
Yeah, I couldn't get it either. Like I said, to me, it just seems like his brother was a douche. His brother, little brother, Stevie?
Yeah.
Went out of his way. I don't know how he figured out to get some money for this CD that for his brother. He went in his brother's room and made sure, he didn't get something that his brother already had. In my opinion, that's actual thought from his little brother to get that done for him. And when he gave it to him at his birthday, he just took it and set it down. Like, he didn't say thank you, he didn't show no type of appreciation. And I'm pretty sure that night or the next night in the movie, he beat up his little brother again.
I mean, he also might have felt unappreciative because he probably realized that his brother went in his room.
Okay, but he did it for a good cause. And from what we saw when he went in his room, it's not like his brother is going in there destroying things, breaking things.
I'm saying that just might be one of the reasons, but we're not told in the movie why he feels these way or the way he feels towards his brother specifically, and he has some weird obsession with orange juice.
His brother is obsessed with orange juice,
and we also didn't
he ordered orange juice at dinner.
He ordered orange juice at dinner. He was drinking out of gallons of orange juice.
Yeah, at the hospital.
Yeah, so that I felt like they were trying to really harp on the fact that he likes orange juice, maybe to tell us something. But like I said, one of my problems with this movie is they don't touch on certain things that are like small, minute details and information that they could give us that wouldn't take much time, but I think that they should. So that's one of the scenarios. Moving forward, we have a hilarious conversations between Stevie and who was a little Mexican. Was he Mexican?
I ain't sure. I'm not
Hispanic?
sure. I'm not sure what he was.
What was his name? Roberto? Benny?
Something with an R.
What was that kid's name?
I don't know. All I remember is... Fuck shit, I don't even remember the other guys. Ray. Ray was the older one, I thought.
In 4th grade.
Ray, 4th grade, fuck shit. What was the other guy here?
I do not. What was his name? But anyways.
I don't know, but something was wrong with him too.
Him and Stevie had a hilarious conversation about why saying thank you is gay. And I was rolling. I was like, oh, he ain't making the lick of sense.
He's not.
But it is hilarious.
He's just trying to find friends and trying to fit in. And he's like, oh, okay, if you say saying thank you's gay, then it's gay. I'm not going to say it.
But he's an impressionable 11-year-old, so
right,
it makes sense.
Like,
and it makes sense with kids in the time, because back in the 90s, things were a lot more raw. You could say basically whatever you want without getting harped upon or people going on Twitter and trying to get you fired and whatnot. So, and kids make up, they're so worried about being cool. Anything normal to them, like, that's corny, or, that's gay before that Grant Hill commercial came out where the kids is playing basketball or something. And what was that commercial?
Mm-hmm.
You never seen that commercial where the kids are saying something, they're like, that's gay, and then the big old alarm goes off, and then Grant Hill goes like, yo, you can't be saying that's gay, because he's going on about it. Maybe when I did that show...
It was a while ago, I don't remember it.
But when I did that show straight up, that was always on our commercials, so maybe that's why I feel like I've seen it so often.
Oh. Why did y'all have that old commercial on one of your commercials?
It wasn't but we played the same commercials all the time.
Mm.
But yeah, so that was a funny conversation. Gerard Carmichael had a nice funny scene in the movie for his little role.
Who's that?
The guy who played the cop when they were he was behind the fence and he was
yelling. Oh yeah, he was funny. He got punked by little kids. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, but that scene was funny.
I mean, well, the other one wasn't like a child, but he was still a man compared to him. What was Ray, like 17?
Yeah, they were like junior, senior.
Yeah.
And then, kid.
But he still got punked by someone in high school for him to be a cop.
Yeah, but that scene was funny. What else do we have? Alright, then we come to the love scene between Stevie and...
Child pornography?
An older child, but not an adult.
Stevie's like 11 or 12. This girl's 16, 17. Possibly 18 because she's the same age as fuck shit and as Ray.
I don't think she was 18. I think she was 17 or 16.
Okay, 17 or 16. That is not okay.
And I put in my notes, I put love scene in quotation marks.
It's not a love scene. It's illegal.
There was no...
That's technically molestation.
Alright, we didn't see no penetration, though, thank goodness.
Okay, but what he said was, she put my fingers inside of her.
Okay, and...
Yeah. That is molestation. She's not supposed to do that.
I'm saying we saw them kissing,
which she shouldn't be doing.
Yes, it was very uncomfortable to
watch. It was very uncomfortable, very awkward. And I don't know why she thought this was okay.
Yeah, I don't know why.
As a child.
Then she went and talked about it to her friends.
Right,
like,
and bragging about
super
it.
Obsessed with
right,
you,
and
girl.
her friends didn't see anything wrong with it. Neither did Stevie's friends. No one saw anything wrong with this.
It was very. Of course, Stevie wouldn't see nothing wrong with it.
Well, not just Stevie, but even his friends. Like,
of course they would.
No, but at times I thought like Ray seemed like he had something like a better head on his shoulders than the rest of them.
But at the end of the day, he still hooked up with a girl, and that's cool.
But he is a child. He is a.
But they don't care. They're like, ooh, this dude was able to get somebody who's older than him.
No.
Good for you, Stevie.
Because like I like Ray in the movie. I feel like Ray. You know, he told them not to give him drugs. He told them.
Was his name really Ray, or are you just going with that?
I think it was Ray.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like he said Ray's cool.
Okay.
But like he told him not to give him drugs. He was actually taking his skateboarding seriously. Like he wanted to have a career at his skateboarding, unlike the other ones. And then he's okay with Stevie getting molested.
Yeah, he wasn't perfect. Clearly, you saw the way he acted sometimes. Like he played that. He was his trajectory was better than theirs. Like as your kid, you're gonna be immature and you're gonna look at things a certain way, but you also want to be going towards the right path. He wanted to take skateboarding seriously. He wanted to make something out of his life of skateboarding. He wanted to show respect to people, especially elders, and he also believed in actually trying and getting out. So he was doing that. But then still, at the end of the day, he's still a teenager. He still does go to those parties. He still does like to be around girls, but he's just like, that's not all that life entails. So of course he's not going to be friends.
I don't know. I just feel like someone should have saw something wrong.
Why with that? In real life, if you think about, because I like the way this movie like show like
no, in real life I think there's something wrong too.
Normal people, like normal kids back in the 90s would act. If you had a group of boys, there ain't gonna be one of them who's like, you hooked up with that, or you made out with that 17-year-old. That's weird, man. They're not gonna do that.
That's not okay.
It might not be okay, but technically it's not illegal. It was just very weird
illegal.
to watch.
It's still illegal.
It's not illegal.
It is illegal.
How?
Because it's still illegal.
How?
If an older cousin does something to their younger, that's illegal. If an older kid in high school does something to a kid in elementary or middle school, that's still illegal, babe.
They're both underage.
It's still illegal, though.
Both underage.
But it's still illegal.
No, there's not an adult and there's not a little kid.
It's still illegal.
I think you need to reread the Constitution.
I think you need to reread it. It's still illegal.
No, I'm good. I'm not underage anymore, so.
Technically, it's even more illegal because they both aren't of legal age to give consent.
All right, so then they just,
It doesn't cancel out.
It just cancels out, I guess.
It doesn't. It's still illegal.
Either way, that scene went, for me, went on a little too long because it was uncomfortable to watch. I was sitting in the screen with my eyes slightly closed.
Yeah, they could have ended it a lot sooner.
But
we could have gotten the connotation of them just going in the room. That would have been enough to still make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, but, at least it didn't go farther. All right, here's a question that I had while watching the movie. So Stevie meets these skateboarding friends at their store. Mm-hmm. Who owns that store?
I don't think they own it. I think they just work there.
I need a specific explanation because there's no one ever else there. It's just them. They're just kids. They work with the customers. They're there all the time. They destroy the back part of the store.
I don't think they're destroying. I mean, it's a skateboard shop. I feel like the owners are like, I understand you're probably going to be skateboarding in the alley behind.
Okay, maybe if that was the only question that I had, I'd have been okay. But I was just sitting there like, whose store is this? And it was driving me up a wall. And we already talked about why Stevie's mom doesn't say anything about him getting beat up. We already talked about what...
Yeah, parents in this movie are just...
Yeah, she was wild. She was letting Stevie just start cussing at her out of nowhere, yelling at her at the top of the lungs. That leads me to another...
And I just want to know where you're going. How'd she go from you're never going here anymore to, I'll drop you off, I just want to know where you are. No, if you could be a mom and be firm.
Yeah, that leads me to another question, because that scene is where Stevie's mom finally figures or meets who he's been hanging out with, and she tells him he can't hang out with them anymore. And we have a arguing scene between them two in the car, and then somehow Stevie ends up back at the shop, the place where she said he can't hang out with them anymore.
Because during the car conversation, towards the end of it, she kept saying, just let me drop you off, just let me drop you off. So she was already letting her guard down in the argument.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, she was like, just let me bring you, let me drop you off, I just want to know where you are.
Okay,
so it went from, no, you can't be here, don't ever come back here, to them arguing, him yelling at her, and her starting to fall back after he started yelling at her.
Oh, yeah, she really trashed for that. Okay, then we move on to the end of the movie. Of course, again, spoiler alert, there is a car accident because we have somebody drunk driving, and no one was Ray, the civilized
Yeah, and that
one.
also made me mad. Why would you tell him to get in the car with him? And
Yeah,
if you're older than...
I was trying to explain the scene, but whatever.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, Ray, the civilized one, had a feeling that they shouldn't be doing that, but seeing how they're still all really close, he was just like, reluctantly, made everybody get in the car, midway through, tried to end the drive. It was too late. We have a car accident where only one who really gets hurt and put in the hospital is Stevie. The drunk driver is not arrested, not in trouble, and they all end up back at the hospital with Stevie. Now you can continue before, that was really interrupted.
Chill out. But that also made me mad with the Rays. Like, if you and Fuckshit are the same age, why didn't you take the keys from him? Why didn't you drive for him instead of letting him drive? Or why didn't you tell them not to get in the car? Like, why would you encourage everybody to get in the car with this drunk person? And then y'all put the smallest person in the front seat, which is also probably part of the reason why he got hurt the most. Because they tell you not to put small kids in the front seat because the airbag isn't going to deploy.
But he just got in that scrap with Ruben?
Ruben? Maybe it was Ruben.
I feel like it was Ruben.
Was it Ruben?
I think it was Ruben.
We're going Ruben.
Yeah, he's Ruben right now. Because he scrapped with him and beat him up.
He did beat him up.
Which is embarrassing.
That kid was older than him.
He was older, he was bigger.
He was.
He put him in a headlock at one point. I was like, this kid Stevie is wilding.
Well, Ruben needs to stop tripping for no reason, just because he was becoming friends with everybody.
See, Ruben
got upset way too quick for no reason.
See, I like the way they did that part of the movie where they didn't specifically Ruben didn't specifically say, I'm jealous or anything. They just constantly showed instances where you could see his facial expression towards the way Stevie was being treated by the other people in the group and how he was reacting to it, just facial expression. So you knew there was going to be some boiling point to come. It felt real random where it came at, but that's also like how situations like that happen. So I like the way they didn't specifically tell us that, I have a problem with you.
Ruben could be a little punk.
But but like I said, the other stuff I've been pointing out that they didn't say specifically, I thought was an issue. But that car accident, I was just really sitting there at the end of the movie like, why is he the only one hurt? All right.
The other ones got hurt. They were bruised up. It's just
little non-noticeable bruises.
I saw the bruises.
You could see it, but they weren't like noticeable. This dude's whole arm was so disgusting that they couldn't even show us the picture of it. But everybody else is like, and they really should have been in trouble. Their parents should not have let. If you just see your son just got in a car accident, almost killed this little kid and injured a couple other people, all underage, you should not let him be out of the house.
I don't think that parents should have. I feel like because they were close friends, it would be cruel of a parent not to let them see their friend in the hospital. But they should have at least been there. Like, how did they get there? Like, the parents should have been there watching them. They should have apologized to the mom. Like, the parents should have been there. Yeah. But I feel like Ruben's mom
she's trash.
Yeah, so that's why she wasn't there. But Fuckshit's parents, apparently they actually care. Like, they care about his grades. They've taken the car from him before. So his parents supposedly care.
Yeah,
so they should have been there. And I feel like Ray's parents, I don't know what his relationship about them was because he only talked about his brother. He didn't talk about his parents. But maybe they should have been there too. I don't know. It's weird that the parents weren't there at all.
It just really felt like one of those movies where, like back in the day, where kids really...
Kids ran everything and you barely saw the parents. Yeah, like the only adult we really saw was Stevie's mama. We barely saw her.
And she was trash. So maybe he was trying to do something like that. I don't know, but just in certain situations, I was like, all right, you can kind of be realistic in some of these moments. Not all of them, but some. And then also, what I had a problem with was Stevie should have died from alcohol poisoning. Because at some point
that boy drunk a lot.
Yeah, for somebody with such a small body to be so young, he was knocking back some of them beers.
He was drinking like 40s.
When they showed like at the end where he was doing a little keg or whatever through the hose, whatever that was. Remember in the little video that fourth grade
I remember that.
I was like, okay, this is wild. He should be some sort of sick, some sort of in the hospital again for stomach pump related reasons, but ain't no 11-year-old or whoever that age with that size could be consuming that much alcohol. Yeah. And then to stay on the end of the movie, what did you think about how the movie ended?
It still just seemed too relaxed and too cool the way it ended. The guys went in the hospital room and saw Stevie.
They did.
And they were like, oh, watch a movie now of what we've done.
But I mean, at the end, like, when you think about it, you know how guys are not going to have this, like, open, straightforward conversation, especially when you're amongst friends. It's just going to be like, you good? Yeah? Okay. You're like, not
That's
even really
ridiculous. I'm going to need y'all to learn how to talk.
Yeah, people can't talk.
Y'all can talk. It
But
ain't that hard.
I'm specifically talking about how Lily ended on the movie that fourth grade made.
Right.
Which was just a summation of the entire movie. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was whatevs.
It was just whatevs. So when the credits roll, you was just like...
end movie. I was like, oh, it's over.
Okay.
Why?
I thought it was an interesting way to end. Like, with these type of indie movies, you know they're not going to end with just them just laughing and yucking it up at the bedside.
I didn't expect them to laugh and yuck it up. I don't know. I just wanted more of a, I don't know, this is what's going to happen type of thing.
Yeah, because you don't like when movies leave.
I don't like open endings. You're right. I hate them.
Which I think are better than open endings.
No, I hate open endings. I don't need an open ending. I need to know what's happening.
Make it up in your mind.
I don't want to make it up in my mind. That's what the people make the movie are supposed to do.
They like, we did the work. Now you go and you finish it off. But whatever.
Nah.
All right. So you said you thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was alright.
All right. What are you gonna rate it on our couples rating scale?
I told you we need to rate it how they rated stuff in the movies.
I don't remember what that was. I know it had something to do with dope.
It was like dope, pro dope. No, it was dope, super dope, and professional dope, I think.
Okay, so what are you rating it on that scale?
So because dope still means good, I guess.
Yeah, that rating scale is just ridiculous. So you
That's
go ahead and
what
rate
he
it on there and try to make it make sense where you're not dissing this movie, but not over.
So I feel like dope would be the same as our number 3, which is what's.
So there's just no 2 or 1 in this thing, huh?
If I was giving it a 2 or a 1, I would use our rating solely.
Just rate it how you want.
I'm gonna go with our dope, which is our number 3, which is
Adonis and Bianca.
Adonis
Shout
and
out
Bianca.
to Creed. It's Creed season. Been in the gym heavy and.
Can we focus back on the rating of the movie, please?
I'm just shouting out my boy Michael B. Dot and Creed 2 that's coming out. Alright, you giving it a dope. I as well will give it a 3, which is an Adonis and Bianca.
So you also giving it a dope.
Sure, Brianna. I'm giving it that.
Dope.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good, but it has some...
Wasn't great. Wasn't for territory.
There could have been a bit more, explanations about some things. There could have been some more consequences for people's actions. To be more realistic.
Alright, let's move on to some nope, I'm sorry. Almost skipped your favorite part of the show. Friend, marry, kill. We already did your favorite one last week with the horror slasher fellas. But we ain't gonna do that one. We're gonna go back to normal, even though this is a very Halloween themed episode. Got the unit suits, or whatever these are called.
Onesies. They're called
Got
onesies.
the horror movie. Talked about a non-horror movie. We're going to have some horror-related topics, but we're going to have a Friend, Marry, Kill segment with some regular-degulars. First up, we got Gerard Butler. His movie Hunter Killer came out and bombed this weekend. Next, we have Rowan Atkinson from Johnny.
Rowan.
What's that movie called?
I don't know who that is.
What is that movie that just came out?
Oh, that's Mr. Bean.
Yeah, but what is the movie that just came out?
I don't know. He had a movie
English?
recently.
Johnny English?
Maybe. Is his name Mr. Bean? Yeah, he was Mr. Bean. Okay. Yeah, Johnny English.
Okay, so the new one came out this weekend.
Why are we putting him on this?
And last but not least, Jonah Hill, because he directed mid-90s, and we just saw it. All right, so who are
this
you?
wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. I'm married Gerard Butler. He has a cool accent. He's not a horrible actor. I like some of his movies. I don't know much about him as a person, but I like his accent, and he's not bad looking. So, I'm going to marry him. I'll be friends with Jonah Hill because he's funny, but also with this movie, you showed that he can also have a serious side, too. So, I'm going to be friends with him because I feel like we would get along. We wouldn't have any arguments. I feel like he'd make me laugh. And I feel like he'd also be there for serious moments, too. And then I'm going to kill Mr. Bean because I don't know what to do with him.
All right. Ours are exactly the same this week.
It can't be, Nathan. You can't marry who I'm marrying.
I disagree with you enough. I can't agree with you on this.
I mean, we can have the same friend, but we can't marry the same person.
I disagree that I can't agree with you sometimes. Anyways, I'm killing Rowan Atkinson just because I'm not a fan of him. I don't have no ill will towards him. I'm just not a fan. Don't watch the movie.
It's just like, why?
I don't think his
same reason as to why you put him on our list. Just why?
Just because I did it, because I want to. I'm not a fan of his style of humor, so he can go. Even though he was funny in, I believe, Rat Race.
I don't know.
I think he was in that movie. That movie was...
I don't remember anything he's in.
You never seen Rat Race where they're like...
I've probably seen it, but I don't remember him in it.
Where there's like the treasure that all these different people are... Not treasure, but this like prize that all these people...
Yeah, I know the movie. I don't remember him in it.
I think he was in it, but I can't. I haven't seen the movie in a while. Rowan Atkinson. Type in Rowan Atkinson Rat Race. I think he was in... Because, yeah, I think he was like... There was like a scene where he like found a heart or such... Yeah, I think he was in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, see.
I still didn't remember him in it whatsoever.
Okay. Well, I'm killing him. I'm being friends with Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill seems cool. He seems... Me and him could have some things in common. I really liked him as an actor. I would probably say he's one of my favorites. And you know Leonardo DiCaprio, they're real cool.
Oh my gosh, stop using people for their connections and what they can give you. That's why if they ever see this, they would not be your friend because you are using them for their connections.
They will respect my honesty, and I'm not using them. I'm just saying what perks are to being their friends on top of just what to be their friend. I said he seems cool, and a extra cherry on top is that he knows Leonardo DiCaprio. They're real cool.
Never let you meet him.
When we hanging out and Leo comes by the spot, chat it up, and
you're not going to take you around him.
Be cool with Leo.
He's going to be like, I don't want you to meet him because you're just using me for him. So we could be friends, but you're never going to meet Leo.
And last but not least, I'm going to have a so-so marriage with Gerard Butler.
Why would it be so-so?
I mean, he just seems cool, but I feel like he would type into some domestic abuse. And I think he might have had domestic abuse charges before.
Has he?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. But he feel like
don't put those accusations out in the air if you don't know.
I mean, other people can do it, and they get real popping off of it. So
that's not okay.
I'm showing you I don't got no integrity or morals.
Right, exactly. So I prefer you not to do that.
So I'm married to
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, you do that. All right. So while you checking, we're gonna move on to some topics for this episode. Since you don't have any. First up,
shut your face.
The creator of The Purge. I believe his name is I forget right now, and I see it every week because I watch The Purge TV show. But the creator of The Purge says he believes that this next Purge will be the last one. He says he pitched the idea, and he think it'll be a good idea to wrap this series on.
Yeah, I'm wondering how long this would be. Yeah. No, Nathan's no allegations.
He probably wiped it clean. I'm just saying. I just said he looks.
So rude.
But my question to you is, if I took part in purging, would you be okay with that?
What are you purging?
I don't know, like
what are you doing, stealing?
Stealing, a little murder.
I'm not supporting no murder and killing because you ain't got no reason to murder and kill nobody.
Oh, so there'd be limits to the purge that you'll be okay with. So what are you okay with me doing? That's illegal that I could do during purge night.
You can go rob places and get us stuff. You can't rob people personally, but you can rob stores because there's purge insurance, so they should be fine. And you can go rob places for money. But you can't rob people from their homes. You can't kill people. You can't rape people. You can't kidnap people.
But all this stuff is legal.
I don't support that.
So what if I robbed a mom and pop store?
They supposed to have purge insurance.
Them little stores that are barely hanging on by the strands of their bootstrings.
Why are you robbing a mom and pop store? When we gonna get out of there?
Candy bars.
That's not no, you have to go rob no darn candy bars.
What if there's no Walmart nearby and I have a real inkling, some little taste for a Snickers?
I'm pretty sure they'll be fine if you take one candy bar. Leave them up to go take their candy bar and let them live their life.
I'm talking about bags full, just in case.
I'm pretty sure they'll be fine off some candy bars. Just don't destroy their livelihood.
Candy bar, you gotta grab some cherry Pepsi because we're
okay, now you're just being excessive. We don't even drink pop in this house. You don't need to go steal none.
I drink pop.
No.
But I don't drink it as much as I used to.
You're not supposed to drink it.
I can drink what I want. They make it. It must be consumed.
There's limitations to the purge, and I have to feel justified by what you're doing.
All right, so I can only rob from big chain stores is basically what you're saying to me. I can't. Can I shoot somebody in the leg?
Depends on who.
Wow, you're just really...
No, because, like, let's say it's one of these, like, crazy people who, is probably planning to, like, do, like, a mass murder or whatnot. I'm okay with you shooting them. Because clearly they already have bad intentions for the world and they're trying to take us out anyway, or they're trying to take out a certain group of people. you know what? They can get shot. But no, you just can't go shoot people for the fun of it, Nathan.
What if there was somebody that I played basketball against, and I just felt like he made too many shots on me?
Nope, I'm not supporting that.
I can't just run up on him and
not supporting it.
Shoot him in his good
I'm not supporting it.
To end that jumper streak he got on me?
Nope, I'm not supporting it.
So what you gonna do?
I don't get why the Purge had to make like everything, including murder, legal. Why can't it just be robbing places?
Because that would be boring for a movie.
No, it's not.
You know how...
You can rob a lot of banks.
I'm talking movie-wise.
I mean, you can do like other violence, but why does murder have to be included?
Movie-wise.
Okay, fine.
This is supposed to be a horror movie, per se.
Really? Horror?
I would put it in like the subgenre, like the violent...
I thought it was like more of like a slasher thriller.
I would say, okay, so you have your horror, then you have your violent, but has a horror vibe, and then you have your just straight violence. And then
I feel like
you got
the straight violence.
But it has like horror entities to it, like because the score, sometimes they want to like scare you with like imagery and music and just vibes. So I'll put it in that middle, and then when you drop it down, then you put it in like the little subcategories as well. But
okay. But no, there's limitations to your purge.
Alright, so if I do commit a crime that is not on your okay list during the purge, what you gonna do then?
We don't gotta be together.
Alright, but are you gonna break up with me during this purge?
I'm gonna break up when you tell me what you did.
Okay, what if you see me...
I'm not gonna be running out there purging with you.
But what if you see me do it?
Dangerous.
What if you see me do it?
I'm not gonna see it because I'm not gonna be out there.
But what if I tell you?
Right, you got to come home and tell me. And once you tell me, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, I don't agree with that, and I'm done.
What if it's still purge hours when I tell you?
I'm still dumping you. I don't care.
You think after I just doing what I did out there, you gonna be bold enough to say?
Yeah, because clearly you should have gotten out all your frustration already. So I need you to chill out. It ain't that deep anymore. You've clearly released your anger. Go release it some more on some strangers.
See what I'm doing? Cleaning the blood off the knife that I just used out there because I'm about to use it inside. Wha-pow!
And I still don't support it.
You ain't gonna be supporting nothing anymore. You know what I mean? Super got you. Super got you. Okay, I mean, I don't believe
if you go and get us some stuff, you can get us some monies.
If I did that, I would. I'll be like them little stories
Why would you leave me?
Where what's his name went and got dad went and got a pack of cigarettes and never came back home.
That's ridiculous. You're gonna leave Winston? Fine, you can't have Winston.
I'm gonna take Winston with me. Nope.
Winston is not going out in the purge. People just kill random things in the purge. Winston is not going outdoors, so somebody randomly.
He'll be being protected by me.
No, because I don't know how well you're going to last out there. Honestly,
Knife.
You probably won't last out there too long.
I will last I can stand outside all night during the purge. And I bet you I'll come back without a scratch on me.
I doubt it.
Especially when I watch this union suit on, or unit suit, or whatever it's called.
Movies where they was purposely attacking the black folks and the poor folks.
I wish they would.
Now, if this was an equal purge, where they weren't doing all that type of stuff. That's what I also feel like. If this was to be a real thing, don't get me wrong, it should never, ever, ever be a real thing. There does need to be some limitations.
This world is going, who knows?
However, because it's going to be, there should be some limitations, because it's going to be too chaotic.
There is limitations. You can't kill people who, run the actual thing.
We need more limitations than that. Like, you can't
have a few hours.
You can't have generalized, or what is it? What was the word I'm trying to think of? Not generalized. Like the people that they brought together to actually go out and do it. I can't think of the word. Like go out and kill certain people.
You don't know what you're trying to say to me.
Like the people that they hire to go and kill people in specific areas and people of certain races and people of certain money classes that the government hired. Those people. Okay. Did you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
If you get what I'm saying, explain it so that they can get what I'm saying.
I'm just ready to move on from that.
No. Because now it's in my head and it has to be completely thought out and said on the show. So help me.
I'll help you. All right, let's move on to the next.
Stressing me out. I'm going to keep bringing it back until you help me out.
Let's move on to the next topic. Your girl, Katie Holmes.
Why is she my girl?
Is going to be starring in the sequel to The Boy. You remember The Boy?
That's with the little boy with the grown man on the wall?
Yeah, with the porcelain doll that they thought was haunted.
That we thought was haunted, but there was a whole grown man living in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Did you like that movie?
It was dumb.
I didn't think from what I remember, I don't think I would hated it.
I don't think I hated it, but also I was like, seriously, y'all got a whole grown man living in your wall? I thought it was kind of dumb.
It had to be some sort of twist. It wasn't just a doll being weird. But
okay.
All right, but she's going to be in the sequel that comes out next year.
Why is there a sequel?
Yeah, I thought, like, this movie came out, like, 2016, I believe. I thought they would have jumped on a sequel a lot faster. Because it was not like it was super memorable, obviously. But
It wasn't, so I still don't know why they're making a sequel.
my question to you is, if my soul was put into a doll for a couple years, would you stay and take care of the doll until my soul was released?
I'll keep you. Why would I get rid of you?
But I'm saying, like, you gotta take care, like, feed it, wash it, wipe it.
What am I wiping? You're a doll.
My butt.
How are you feeding it? A doll.
Because you have to treat it like a real human being, so my soul can actually be released, so I can be back to normal when it's released.
But what am I don't understand. You're a doll. You don't have a digestive system. What am I feeding?
You gotta do like they did in this movie, but more.
Why do more?
Because it's more. Because they was doing some wild stuff in there. They was giving him food. They was making sure he got to bed. Just some weird stuff.
I mean, I have a life, so I go to work and things, but I'll do what I can when I'm home.
So you gonna look real weird taking care of this doll.
Who living in my house? Nobody. It's me and it's me.
But people come over.
I said I could do what I can when I'm home.
But people come over. You're still
You'll be in bed at that time.
What if it's like...
It's bedtime.
I don't want to go to bed at 6. I don't care if I'm
You
a dog or a
you
regular
can't talk. It's
human being.
bedtime.
All this stuff I'll remember when I when my soul was released. I'm gonna remember all this stuff. And
I'll make sure you go before it's bedtime.
When I get released, I'm gonna be like, oh, you remember a couple years ago when you tried to put me at bed at 6?
You was good. You ate.
I wasn't
you
good.
fed. You got to hang out with the cat today. It's bedtime.
I got a little pre-workout in by accident.
Okay, then do your workout in the room. It's time for you to go to bed.
You can't go to bed and do work. That don't make no sense. So
you do what you do in your room. You do what you do in your room. Because you're not staying in my room no more either.
Why not? That's my room.
Because it's a doll. Why is you in a bed with a doll?
But you wipe the
I'm
butt
a
of
creepy
a doll.
I'm not wiping no butt of this doll because there's no butt to wipe.
Yes, there is. You just sit the doll on the toilet, walk away. When you come back, there might be some doings and some have-nots in the toilet. And
there's not going to be any doings or
have-nots. Even if you see nothing.
Because there's no digestive system.
It's all magic.
You're a boy. I'll let it shake.
I'll
shake you.
I'm talking about my butt.
Ain't no poo. I'll shake it. That's about it. I'm going to shake the doll over the toilet.
I said you.
Ain't that what y'all do? Y'all shake, right? So we're just going to let the doll shake a little bit.
Alright, so when it comes to... Because I'm ignoring you. So when it comes to
put you in a pull-up.
When it comes to... I'm going to remember this when I get my soul released.
And because there will never be anything in the diaper, there's nothing for me to clean. I don't understand.
This is all magic, basically. So there will be stuff in the diaper, but that's neither here nor there. So are you going to feed me like a healthy diet or healthy food, or are you just gonna let me eat a bunch of crap because you're like, he's just a stupid doll, I don't care what he eats?
I'm gonna give you doll food.
I need to eat human food.
Where's it gonna go?
It's magic, so I'm still consuming it.
You eat what I eat.
I don't know if you have the best diet.
You eat what I eat now.
I don't know if you have a Creed season diet, because I'm still gonna be on my Creed season diet then.
You eat what I eat now. So you can eat the same thing then.
You don't eat rice cakes like I do.
Because rice cakes are gross.
Not when you put a little peanut butter and jelly on it.
I would just eat me some low-carb, low-calorie bread.
Still not the same.
I'm good.
You need to branch out and try some new things.
I've tried rice cakes. Didn't like it.
You need to eat new things consistently.
I didn't like the rice cakes.
Even if you don't like it, you still eat it.
I'm not going to keep eating something I don't like.
I don't like peas, but I still eat them.
Good, because you need your vegetables.
So you eat rice cakes.
And actually, no, I've made them once before. You're like, ooh, these taste good. So you do like them.
Peas?
Yeah.
When?
It was a while ago, but you said you liked it.
Yeah, it must have been something up.
Nope.
They must have been mixed with something, because I don't just...
Nope. They weren't mixed. It was just peas and carrots and seasoning, and you liked it.
Oh, I might like the seasoning that you put on it.
That's what I'll feed you. I'll just feed you a bunch of veggies, that's all.
Then I'll die because my body hasn't been accustomed to just eating veggies.
No, you won't. Your body will actually feel better. And by the time you go back into your normal body, you'll be so used to eating vegetables, your body will be in tip-top shape. You're welcome.
Never will I ever
You're
just
welcome.
be cool with eating vegetables all the time.
You will if you're in this doll's body for 2 years and that's all you're eating.
If you try to feed me, force feed me that for years, I'm gonna come back even harder when it comes to the sweets.
You won't though.
Pop for breakfast,
you'll get so
pop
over
for dinner,
you'll
for
be
lunch
so desensitized
time.
that when you taste
when
sweets,
I
this
get
is way
pop in
too
my
sweet.
system,
I can't eat this.
I'm a one pop
Oh,
all
Lord,
the
you're stressing me
time.
out.
I'm gonna trademark that. Alright, so basically you're saying you'll be a weirdo and look after this dog.
I mean, I'll do what I can. Like I said, you know.
I don't like, you either say you'll do it or you won't do it.
I'll do what I can because what if I'm out late
part.
and I'm tired and I come home and I just go to sleep. I don't know how your day went. I don't know what you're going to do.
You have to treat me like a real person.
Chilling on the couch. Probably
like I was a real person because I could die.
You won't die. You're already in the darn doll. You're not
but
alive
you
now.
have to treat my soul like it's like I'm a real human being. I need the necessities.
What are you going to do if my soul's in a doll body?
I'll let your mom deal with you.
See? Look at you. I didn't say I was going to give you back to your moms. So disrespectful.
You're disrespectful. You're disrespectful and you're crazy because you're looking after this dog like a weirdo.
I'm sorry that I actually love you or whatever, and there's possibly a chance of you coming back out of
There's
the
not
doll.
a chance. I will come back as long as you treat me with the
Alright, see, you're coming back.
Respect.
See?
I'm just saying, you're still weird. Alright,
fine, I'll just throw you away.
Nope, you already said your piece.
Nope, I'm throwing you away because you're calling me weird for taking care of you, so I'm not going to take care of you. I'm just going to give you up.
We're moving on now.
Well, I changed my answer.
Your boy, Guillermo del Toro.
Who the fudge is that? You keep saying my boy and my girl. And
He's a director. He directed The Shape of Water, Hellboy 1 and 2.
What's his name?
Guillermo del Toro.
What has he directed?
I just said The Shape of Water, Hellboy 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Other stuff.
I'm not showing a lot of movies here that I could care about.
Well, you know who he is. He did King Kong, I believe. The one from like early 2000s with Jack Black and
I really like that
Naomi
one.
Watts.
I need to put some boots.
I don't know if I think he might have produced
He did something, put some boots.
Yeah, I don't think he directed it.
He did something in Pacific Rim 1 and 2.
Yeah, he directed the first Pacific Rim. He only produced the second one.
He did stuff in The Hobbit.
Yeah, he produced those, I believe.
Some other stuff in here. I have no idea what it is.
Crimson Peak, I believe he might have produced or directed. It was just a whack movie. Alright, so anyways, Guillermo del Toro is heading to Netflix to do the stop-motion Pinocchio movie.
I don't like stop motion.
Well, this will be his first animated movie that he directs on his own. And my question to you is, if you could elect to have my nose grow every time I lie, would you do so? But remember, my nose would stay that size, though.
That's on you, sir.
So you're going to let me walk around with a big old nose.
So you're going to keep lying to me.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but my body shouldn't be harmed because so.
And I even help you out. It'll be your nose only grows with lies to me. So that's on you, sir, if you want to continue to lie to me and make your nose grow and keep it that way. That's not my problem. That's on you.
What if I'm lying to protect you?
How?
I don't know. There could be a scenario where I have to lie to protect you.
How?
What if it's harmless lies? And you would still wish that on me?
Yeah, because how do you know it's harmless?
You know it's harmless.
What's harmless?
Something like, I don't know. I can't think of something right now.
Exactly. You're not giving me any valuable reasons as to why you should lie. So, yep, I'm still wishing that on you. Because you shouldn't be lying to me. And you're a good liar. So, unfortunately, this is the only way I'm going to know.
So you're going to let me walk around with a big old nose?
So why are you lying?
That continually grows to I don't know what length.
Why are you lying?
Because I need to.
You don't need to lie.
What if I'm just jokingly lying and you know I'm lying, but I'm joking?
No, if you're lying with the intent to deceive me, that's your nose grows.
This, whenever I speak a lie, my nose has to grow. Even if it's a joke, even if you know it's a lie, if I said it, it grows. So what you're saying to me is you're okay with me having a nose all the way out to here. You know,
stop lying.
You know when my nose gets out to here, you're going to not want to be around that nose anymore.
Stop lying.
Or how about I just
even if it's a joke, stop lying.
How about I can just continue to lie?
You can joke without lying.
How about I just continue to lie and my nose doesn't get deformed in the process?
Well, you shouldn't lie. That's on you, sir.
I think that's very rude.
How's it rude?
Because you're deforming me just because of
I'm
words.
not deforming you. You're deforming you.
I think this is some form of domestic abuse, actually.
This is no form of domestic abuse. I'm not touching you.
Yeah, but you wish this, and so
you
that it's physically happening. So
I'm not making it happen. It's not domestic
You caused me harm.
You didn't say that it was hurting you. You didn't say it's causing you harm.
It's hurting me when I look in the mirror.
That's on you.
It's hurting me when I look in the mirror. If I haven't broke the mirror already from poking it with my large nose.
You're causing this to happen, though.
But you're causing it because you're wishing for it. You're wishing for it, though.
You can clearly not lie, though.
You're wishing for it.
But you don't have to lie to anything.
All this happened
before I lied. You are not required to lie. Your life does not require you to lie to me. You have no reason that you have to lie to me.
But what if I tell you the truth? But what if I have to lie to spare your feelings?
What are you doing that you have to spare my feelings by lying? That's not good.
You might ask me something like, "Oh, do you like this or do you like that?" And if I tell you the truth, it'll hurt you, so I lie to protect your feelings.
I'm asking you because I want to know if you like something.
You're asking me because you want a certain answer for certain stuff.
I'm asking you because I want to know.
You're asking me because you want me to tell you what you want to hear.
Well, then hopefully
I'm not
your
dumb.
opinion is what I want to hear.
I've been around the block. Well, I done been with mad ladies.
Lies.
So I done dealt with mad females.
See, look at you. Your nose will be growing right now because you're lying for no reason. You haven't. You've had like one serious girlfriend before me.
You see my little black book.
You don't got one.
R.I.P. Brittany Murph, though. But you see my little black book.
You don't got one.
I got pages and pages.
There's like one before me.
And pages and pages in that bad boy.
Nathan.
Pages and pages.
We've been together since senior year of high school.
Maybe we haven't even
A lot of stuff before us is irrelevant. It was childishness. We're adults now. Well, your thing has eyebrows.
I don't know that.
Hi,
Alexa, be quiet.
Your costume has eyebrows.
This is real bear skin, bro.
I didn't realize it had eyebrows on it. But
this is real bear skin,
that's what you serve. If you want to lie and mess up your nose,
this was from the bear that attacked Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant.
That is not. That is
it is.
Ted.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it is. Alright, so basically what I'm hearing is you don't care about me getting physically harmed.
Why are you lying to me?
So when I call the cops, do not be surprised when they take you away.
You can't call the cops on me.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't. They're going to come here and they're going to be like, why are we calling?
You stretch my nose out.
And you're going to say, I lied and my nose grew.
I'm going to tell them the whole story and they'll understand.
They won't.
They're like,
so why did you lie to her?
No, they'll be like...
If you knew this was going to be your consequences.
They'll be like, oh, well, you got to lie to them sometime.
No, they're going to be like, so why did you lie to me the consequences, sir?
If these are male cops, they'll understand.
You knew your nose was going to grow if you lied.
They will understand,
You knew, though.
They will
but you knew your nose was going to grow.
So I just know...
Did she touch you? No.
I just know I got to watch out for you because you don't care about my body being disfigured and disformed. So...
I care about your body, but you can protect yourself by not lying to me.
And that's impossible for you to ask me that. So we're moving on now to the Float or Freeze segment of the show.
You barely had any questions this week.
I had 3. I keep it to 3 every week.
Seriously?
Yeah, because if I had more, this show would be really teetering over an hour.
Are we at an hour?
No, we're at 40-something minutes right now. I try to keep this around an hour or a little under. You feel me? Alright, so Float or Freeze segment this week. Share the door. Let them freeze. Who you sharing the door with? Who you big up in this week? Do you not know?
I'm going to share the door with Zendaya.
For what reason?
Because she was in the movie that we saw this week. What's this movie called?
Smallfoot.
She was in Smallfoot. I liked her character. I liked her performance in Smallfoot. I liked her singing in Smallfoot. And I like Zendaya all around as an actress and as a person. From, just her social media and how she lives her life. I think she's a pretty cool kid. So she can float with me.
She's not a kid, though.
Okay, she's younger than me.
Barely.
So she can float with me. And then I'm going to freeze the...
Wait. So in Smallfoot, her performance stood out to you?
I liked it.
Above LeBron's?
Yes, above LeBron's. LeBron didn't talk as much as she did. LeBron was cool. LeBron's character was funny. He was cool.
He didn't steal the movie?
I don't think he stole it, no. Channing even did a good job. That's not the whole cat, not the who. Because I don't really care for Common's part.
Yeah, Common should not be doing voice acting.
But
definitely should not be voice acting.
I even liked, what's the little man's name, the short guy?
Danny DeVito, and that's very rude of them to make Danny DeVito's character also a small person.
But he was tall at one point. It's just he kept banging his head into the gong and shrunk him.
I don't care. He's still small.
Let's let the cast. Or some of the cast. So Danny can float with me.
Nope, you're just saying Zendaya.
Zendaya can float with me.
You
LeBron
said Zendaya.
can float with me. Who else was in this movie?
You just saying Zendaya.
Channing can float with me.
I'm only writing down Zendaya.
You don't gotta write down nothing. It's on the video, on the mic here.
Yeah, but I'm only approving Zendaya because that was your first choice, and you were ready to move on until I said LeBron. So who you freezing? Who you letting freeze?
Like I said, the people in Smallfoot who entertained me can float.
So it's just Zendaya. All right, so
I'm gonna freeze the brother from this movie mid-90s. I'm also gonna freeze fuck shit.
Lucas character.
Huh? Yeah. You write down my answers.
Somebody has to keep some sort of what's it called?
It's online.
Keep this thing organized.
Why are we writing it down?
Because I gotta organize this thing, Brianna. You let me do me, and I'll let you do you. Which is not much.
You don't let me do me, actually.
Continue, so you're letting Lucas Hedges' character in mid-90s freeze.
Yep, and fuck shit can freeze.
You just love saying his name, don't you?
That's his name. They never tell any other name.
Yeah, but you just keep saying it because you just love...
Okay, the boy with the hair.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying. Just remember to wash your mouth out with soap when you go upstairs.
I don't wash my mouth out with nothing. That's the guy's name in the movie.
Oh, so you ain't gonna wash your mouth out with some toothpaste when you brush your teeth in the morning?
Toothpaste and soap are two different things.
I'm just saying, you just said I'm not gonna wash my mouth with nothing. But continue.
Not because I cursed. No. I'm gonna brush my teeth because you're supposed to brush your teeth in the morning. Nathan.
Continue.
But yeah, they gonna freeze. Fuck shit can freeze because he shouldn't have been driving drunk and high. Also, he didn't have to be a douche when his friend was trying to better his life. Like, you should support your friend, not be a douchebag. So, he can freeze, and his brother can freeze, because you are not supposed to abuse your brother like that. Like, the way that he was abusing his little brother should have been in the hospital.
You abusing your brother.
I don't. And the mama, because the mama wasn't paying enough attention. If the mama was paying more attention, she would know that something was wrong with her son, because not only was he getting abused by his brother, that little boy tried to kill himself. Nobody addressed that movie.
Was he trying to kill himself, or was he just trying to, like, prevent... I couldn't tell. Like, was he trying to kill himself, or, like, you know how
he was choking himself out.
Yeah, but, like, was he doing that to just, like, prevent the pain, or was he to, like, numb the pain or some sort? Or
even
was he
if
trying
that
to kill
was
himself?
it, something is clearly wrong with this little boy.
Yeah, that's it.
Something's mentally wrong. And, like, also when he took the brush and he rubbed it against his leg really hard.
Yeah, what was he doing?
He was causing pain to himself.
Okay, so he was doing that to... Okay, so when you're mad and you got all this anger... That's okay, so he was inflicting pain on himself. Okay, I got it.
So something is clearly wrong with this little boy. This mom is not paying enough attention to realize that one, her older son is abusing the little boy. And two, the little boy has something mentally wrong. He wants to kill himself half the time or abuse himself or hurt himself half the time. That mom can freeze, the brother can freeze, and then fuck shit can freeze.
Oh, so we're adding the mom too? God.
Yeah, you didn't hear me say that?
Yeah, but I stopped it after the first two.
Why? I can let multiple people freeze if they're in the same movie.
Yeah, I need you to
if it's the same movie, Nathan, you can expect multiple freezes and floats.
I don't have to expect nothing.
You can expect multiple freezes
I don't
and
gotta
floats.
expect nothing
You
but to
can
get
expect
money.
it. That you can't expect.
And the mom.
Yep. So the mom, the brother, and fuck shit.
Catherine Waters?
I feel like I like her as an actress for some reason. Although I feel like I haven't seen her in a lot of things.
She was in Prometheus. I think the second one.
Wasn't she in the new
Covenant.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Yeah, she's Eddie Redmayne, whatever his name is. Newt. I think she's his love interest or whatever she is to him.
Yeah, I don't know what she is to him, but I feel like I haven't seen her like in a lot of things, but for some reason I do kind of like her as an actress. I don't know.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
but that character in this movie disappointed her as a mother.
Alright, so you're just basically sharing the door with and freezing the entire acting and actress group in Hollywood. Alright, me?
Lies!
I am...
Like 3 people for
we're done
each.
with you, Brianna.
Nathan!
I am sharing the door with my boy, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Why?
Because this week, it was announced that him and Martin Scorsese are officially teaming up to do another movie. They've been in talks.
Who's Martin Scorsese?
How do I do a movie podcast with somebody who doesn't know
I don't
who
know.
Martin Scorsese is? The director for
what?
numerous movies, such as, I don't know, Wolf of Wall Street,
Okay.
The Departed,
Okay.
The Aviator,
Okay, I get it now.
Shutter Island.
Whoa, this cat has long legs.
A lot of movies that Leonardo DiCaprio does. Gangs of New York. I see it, but I'm distracted by the fact that you don't know who...
I get it now.
Okay, but they are officially signed on to do this movie, Killers, and I forget the name. But
wasn't Leonardo supposed to be doing a movie based off of something in Athens?
Yeah, he has literally been attached to so many movies recently that this one seems like the first official one that we know is going to get off the ground. I think they even put like a production date. I can't remember, but so this seems like it's actually happening. Those other ones are just like, all right, he signed on to do it, but there's no like official like when he's going to do it. Mm-hmm. This seems like, all right, we're about to really get the ball rolling. So I'm always down for another Leonardo DiCaprio movie, especially since I ain't got one since, I believe, Wolf of Wall Street. The next one isn't going to come out until October. And I don't think... Wait.
Was that the last Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Was it? Nah, I got me
I feel like it's not.
I'm sorry, The Revenant. The Revenant was the last one. Yeah, I'm tripping. But Wolf of Wall Street came out right before The Revenant. Anyways... So The Revenant came out a couple of years ago. not getting the next Leonardo DiCaprio movie till next year in August with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So can't wait to see that. So, but I'm always down for more Leonardo DiCaprio movie news if it leads to more movies. And I am freezing anybody at Disney
Brad.
whose idea it was between them. Well, first, I'll put it to the person who was going to be with or be. First, I was going to freeze Holly Marie Combs, my girl
Charmed.
from Pretty Little Liars,
From Charmed.
and I guess from Charmed.
From Charmed.
Yeah, Pretty Little Liars.
From Charmed.
But somebody asked her about the original cast, like getting a Charmed movie, and she had the audacity to utter the words out. It's possible.
Why not? That's a good show. It's amazing.
People barely want this Charmed to reboot.
They don't want the reboot because they feel like it's a disrespect to the original.
And because Charmed is just not popping now. You ain't gonna give me...
No, because it's disrespectful to the original.
Oh my gosh.
They
Nobody cares about Charmed right now.
They do. They didn't.
I don't care if it's a reboot
People
or the original.
don't like the reboot because they didn't even take any insight from it. They didn't ask the original people.
I'm tired of that.
Or inside.
Just because you did
I'm not
this
mad
property,
at it.
just because you did this property, I don't owe nothing to you to ask
I'm not
you.
mad at it, but
You didn't write the
it is
movie.
awkward for them to just make a completely different series without putting any homage towards.
I don't care. If I own the property, I can do what I want.
So
Anyways.
what? That was a very popular show for a very long time. So
Okay.
I'm down for a movie.
Okay.
I'd watch it.
It was going to be her, but I'm going to give it to anybody at Disney who is wanting to reboot Pirates of the Caribbean.
Why are we rebooting it?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not even done yet, is it? They can just keep making more pirates. I don't understand why.
No. We can chill on them making more movies.
I mean, they keep making them.
I know they keep making them.
They just never go away.
But I'm saying...
I keep thinking this is going to be the last one, and it's like, nope, another Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't even know what happens in the last one. Like, they're all blended together.
I think they wanted to do it because of all the negativity surrounding Johnny Depp.
Ooh,
and on
what
top
negativity?
of... Like, the fact that he was beating up his wife.
He beat up his wife?
Yeah, he was physically and mentally abusing Amber Heard.
What?
And the fact that they're not killing it domestically, and it seems like these studios that are based in the USA really only care about what the movies do over here, because a lot of movies that stink over here be killing it overseas.
They're just overdoing it with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, they're
they
overdoing
should have
it.
stopped a long time ago, but they kept going, and that's why they're not doing it
Because
anymore.
don't at Disney World or something they got like a Pirates of the Caribbean ride or something?
That doesn't mean they keep going with the movie, but yeah, they have a ride, and the ride is like a pretty short ride. It doesn't even reference things from the movie, honestly, because the ride was there first.
Well, they
The
probably
ride was before the movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, they probably feel like they can probably build some world or build like a land of some sort, so with all these different
Well,
things.
I felt like they were building a world around it, like to where they didn't have to keep using the same actors, because they haven't been using the same actors all the time. One person who
No,
kept coming back was, like,
I'm not talking
Johnny.
about with the movie. I'm talking about with Disneyland and Disney World and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I don't think that they're doing that.
But I'm saying that might be their idea to keep the product alive, so they may have these ideas in the future to expand it into rides and lands and stuff like that. But
Yeah, they could,
but I don't.
They were overdoing it with the movies.
Yeah, if the movies we have got a sequel recently, and the popularity has been waning. So the fact that we just got a recent sequel to a waning popularity of a franchise, I don't see why we got to run back to rebooting a series that, if y'all end it, frankly just end it. And I can understand, like I said, if you want to do it because you're trying to get rid of Johnny Depp and there's really no way to recast Captain Jack Sparrow, or even try to dare have a Pirates of the Caribbean movie with him not in it. So maybe your best idea is to let's just reboot the whole franchise and have a new main central character. I don't know, but Disney, y'all do a lot of great things, but this would not be one of them.
You know I'm a Disney nut. I love my Disney, so don't hate on them.
I didn't.
But yeah, there's
I
been
love
5
Disney.
Pirates of the Caribbean, and I honestly can't differentiate too many of them from each other anymore.
Well, shout out to Keira Knightley because she's in a lot of those.
She is in a lot of them, but not in all of them.
Yeah, so Disney, y'all got better ideas up y'all sleeves than a reboot
Yeah, y'all can let
of Pirates
Pirates
of the
go.
Caribbean. Like chill, fam. Ain't nobody
I don't
really
even think
rocking with
anybody's
Pirates
really fiending
anymore.
on it. Like, no one's really like,
Yeah.
ooh, we
That's
have
what
to
I'm
have
saying.
another Pirates
The
movie.
popularity's been waning.
Yeah, they can.
And y'all ain't making as much money, and it's just happened
Y'all just
recently.
wasting money.
So come up with a more, you can come up with an original idea, come up with a better reboot idea. I don't care, just not Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm letting y'all freeze, and I'm letting my boy Leonardo DiCaprio finally get on the door. Because since somebody
Finally
like...
on the door. What, you haven't let him on the door before?
I'm talking about Rose.
Oh, well, you know. Rose was selfish.
Anyways, alright, so. Alright, this has been another episode of Share the Door. A very spooky Halloween themed one. Make sure if you ain't seen Saw before, check it out. And the thousands of other sequels that they made. And make sure you find us on YouTube at Share the Door Podcast. Subscribe so you can get alerted when all these super hip, cool, fancy fly videos. Not alerts, they get like notifications of some sort.
Ooh, fancy.
What else? You can find us on Instagram at Share the Door. Find us on SoundCloud at Share the Door. iTunes, same thing. Is that it? I think so. As always, I am your sire.
Why?
Jack Black.
Why would you say that?
No gambling.
See, I wasn't egging you on this
Leo
time.
Archibald.
Oh my gosh, are we doing all your names today?
I say those two names every episode. We 9 episodes deep, ma.
We 9?
Yeah.
We've done a lot of these.
Alright, who is you?
I'm Brianna. You know my name. You the ones who didn't want to give me a fancy nickname, but it's cool.
I gave you. I tried to say
No, you're not
Negro
calling.
Rose.
No, that's not cool. And that's not actually what you said. You said Ghetto Rose, and I'm not
Oh
Ghetto.
yeah, Ghetto Rose. But I try to say Black Rose, Negro.
Why'd you have to add Negro to it?
Because it has to rhyme.
No.
Jack, Black Jack, Negro Rose,
That doesn't
Ghetto
rhyme.
Rose.
How does that rhyme?
Ghetto and Rose doesn't rhyme.
No, I'm not doing
You
that.
bend words the way I do, it rhymes.
Oh, wait, I get it.
Ghetto Rose.
I'm not doing that either.
Negro Rose.
No.
My gosh. All right. So I guess we're going to end this with time to close the door, and I'm not physically letting you close it. Nope, I got to hit the, dang it.
Ha!
I don't let you do it twice. Why can't I get the mouse over the stop?